Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this episode of Final Fantasy XV. So I had no idea why the game crashed at the end of last episode, but it's okay. Let's actually resume what I have left. So yes, I was actually about to purchase a bronze ingot, so I can continue my crafting mission. But before doing that, let's actually again switch back to Reaper and then register the second normal raid. Okay, so it's registered, and then switch back to Weaver. Okay, let's see material supplier. Hopefully, I can find the I can find a bronze ingot. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's 9, so I only need 1. But let's actually purchase like 5, just in case I need more in future. So you can see, like earlier, by searching the market, I think there is one player who actually sells a bronze ingot with 85 gil, which is significantly more expensive than the price I paid to the material supplier. Alright, so now I have all the materials I need, so I just need to select either I want to use, like I have these 3 base materials, right? So I need to select whether I want to use the high quality base material or normal quality. But you can see, like, as for undyed hempen cloth and hard leather, I only have high quality, so just select them. And then for bronze ingot, I just purchased from the material supplier, so it's automatically selected one for me. And then go ahead to synthesize. I have to be more careful when I craft this item. So you can see my weaver, like the level is actually higher than my leather worker. So that's why you see, like, for this item, now I have a 60 durability bar. So basically there are 6 bars, right? So I can actually use the 6 actions, and I can actually use some Master Cement again. So this ability later on to actually increase 30 of my durability. When my durability is reduced to 30 here, so I can actually use Master's Mend to actually increase the durability back to 90. Another action I can use is Waste Not. So reduce the loss of durability by 50% for the next 4 steps. So I'd like to go ahead to use this Waste Not first. So basically what this does is every time when I use one action, instead of like reducing 10 durability, it only reduces 5 durability for the next 4 steps, for the next 4 actions, right? So basically, by consuming 20 durability, I will actually take 4 actions. But using Waste Not consumes 56 crafting bar, so I have to actually consider that as well. Okay, anyway, let's actually go ahead to use that, and then I can actually gamble once, right? So now I have actually, my goal again is to reach the quality to 100% and then to actually complete the progress. So let's actually use Hasty Touch. Yeah, it worked. And you can see, like, only 5 durability was actually consumed. Now just use the Hasty Touch again, gamble again, it failed. So since it failed, I'm going to actually use my basic touch. Yeah. So you can see after using my basic touch, there is tricks of the trade triggered. It's not triggered every time, but since it's triggered, I'm going to use it because it restores 20 crafting points. And using this tricks of a trade, it doesn't really consume any durability. So that's like the win-win situation, right? You see, like, my durability still is at 45, but my crafting points got the 20 points increased, right? So now, like, my quality has reached to 82%, and I think I still have one more Waste Not here, so I can actually use Hasty Touch again. You can see like a hasty touch doesn't have any number around the left corner of this action icon. That means use this only using hasty touch only consumes durability, but it doesn't consume crafting points. Yeah, so it failed. So now I have actually used all 4 of my steps. What I can do next is actually I can use a master cement, which actually consumes 88 crafting points to actually give me 30 durability. But you can see 88, that's actually quite a lot. What I can do is I can use the waste knot again. And now you can see for my next 4 steps, I only consume 5 durability. And since my quality is actually has reached 82%, I'm going to actually use basic touch. Luckily, I got another tricks of trade, so I can use that again. And then my crafting points got actually replenished with 20 points. I'm gonna use my basic touch. Using basic touch, you see like my quality of the item has been actually reached to 100%. Now I just only need to consider my progress. So I can again try rapid synthesis. Let's gamble once. So it failed, but you can see like using that action only consumes 5 durability. I still got 25 durability left. So I can actually use the basic synthesis, which consumes another 5 durability. So use 1 basic synthesis increases progress to 23. So if you do math correctly, I have to use the basic synthesis twice, which is ideal because I still have 20 durability left, and I have activated waste knot. That means the next basic synthesis for sure consumes 10, right? 10 durability, but I have only 2 points left. And I have 10 durability, so I can use the basic synthesis again, which actually makes the whole project done. So basically, crafting is really interesting. Just to do the math correctly, usually it's a success. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell this hempen onto the market. Yeah, so there it is. This is the hempen bracers. So I can adjust the price. So currently the lowest price is 900 gil, so I can actually either do 900 as well, or just reduce 1. Usually I just reduce 1 gil. There we go. It seems we still have a bit of time before I can jump right into the second normal raid. So I'll just go ahead to bring up the next item I can actually craft. Hempen dress gloves. Let's actually first see how much this item sells on the market. It's quite profitable. 3,500 gil, that's the lowest price currently listed. And it's not very hard to craft this item because the only 2 items required are undyed hempen cloth and hempen yarn. So you can easily, get these 2 items from the weaver's 1 to 5 level, lower level items. Okay, so let's actually first do the math. Each undyed hempen cloth requires 2 hempen yarn. So if I make 2 undyed hempen cloths, that means I need 4 hempen yarn. And then like these hempen dress gloves requires 2 hempen yarn as well. So in total, I need to make 6 hempen yarn, right? But I do not want to make normal quality hempen yarn. I want to make high quality hempen yarn. So what I'm going to do is I can first use a quick synthesis, because using 1 quick synthesis renders like makes 2 hempen yarn, which are normal quality. That is fine, because when I later craft undyed hempen cloth, I can actually make 1 high quality. Okay, so select 2. There we go. So yeah, I just made 2. Made 4 hempen yarn. Okay, you can see now I have 4 there, and then I have automatically the game selected 2 for me to make 1 undyed hempen cloth. And then for sure, the first thing I'm going to do is to increase the quality of this this item. I don't really have to worry much about the durability because each basic synthesis can just generate 23. If you remember, like the number earlier, 23 progress points, and this undyed hempen cloth only needs 10 progress points. Okay, so I got a 1 high quality undyed hempen cloth. I'm going to make another one. Alright, yeah, so the second one made. And like I said earlier, I don't want normal quality hempen yarn. I want a high quality. So I don't use rapid synthesis. I'll just use the synthesize. Using 2 Mako grass, I can make 1 high quality hempen yarn. But I need 2, right? Yeah, I think I have already made 2. Let's actually see. I think every time that's 2. And now I have a 2 hempen yarn. I select it, and I have actually 2 undyed hempen cloth. And then you can see by selecting the high quality base items, automatically the quality of these dress gloves is actually at 135 now. So you can see if I go ahead to synthesize, it's 135 out of 270. So I need to now play this game. So first, again, I'm going to activate a waist knot. Okay, let's actually do this thing as fast as possible. So use a hasty touch. Yeah, use a second hasty touch. Just gamble. It fails. Okay, basic touch. Okay. Increase my yeah, so for, you see like each basic synthesis renders 23 progress progress bar. Now, yeah, I made these gloves and I only got 14 seconds before I can go into the second circle. Let's waste no time. There we go. Yeah, we got it in time. I'm gonna play as my Reaper, which is, to be honest, my main job. So the second normal rate. This fight, if you have actually watched my previous video, it happens in a sewer. So for sure, the boss will actually make 1 mechanic, which actually makes the water coming out of the sewer. That dramatically reduces the safe area of this arena. The Savage rate, I would say, I feel Savage rate is actually easier than the normal rate because in the Savage rate, every player has to do the mechanic strategically, right? Normal rate, because it's easier, many players just don't really pay attention to the safe area, which actually makes this fight a little bit hard. You will see like what I mean when we go into the fight. Okay, start my Reaper opener. Looks like the tank does not wait any time. Yeah, so activated my True North, so now I do not really have to move my Reaper. So this is the normal red white. So I used the feint on this normal red white, and also I activated my Blood Bus. Now I can actually use the positional, so at flank, and you see give boss another debuff. Yeah, the next mechanic the boss does is a spoken cataract. So here's safe. Yeah, if you want to know how come like I know where it's safe, because I learned this fight, right? Yeah, another, here's the save again. Yeah, so reapply debuff. Again, activate the True North, so I do not have to move. And then again, another normal red white. Reaper has actually a shield, like you can see I just used it earlier. How it does is not only it reduces the percentage the boss actually renders on Reaper. Once the shield is broken, it actually gives the Reaper some self-healing, like the regen. Like a small amount, for sure, very small amount. You can see now the arena has water, so that means like the safe area is significantly reduced. Tainted Blood is actually the AoE. Each player actually got a Tainted Blood. But I had my shield, and also I had my blood bus activated. Yeah, I'm going to burst right now. Yeah, this mechanic I have to stack with the rest of the players. If I don't stack, then I will get actually, like my character will get confused. You see now it's actually the knockback mechanic. I just used my knockback immune, meaning I don't have to worry about like that mechanic. Yeah, so reapply the debuff. So there is actually part of the boss separated from the main body. That part of the head will actually cleave that half of the arena, so have to come to the other half. Okay, so this is the stack marker. So player needs to stack up. Only one player marked with that stack up marker, meaning like if the rest of the players don't stack with that player will die. So I used my feint again. As you can see, my second wind is up, so use that to actually generate a bit self heal. Okay, this is the super heavy raid wide, so I'm going to use my shield and then activate my blood bus. See those orange area in the arena? That just indicates, you see the water just comes out, right? So the Tainted Blood, it doesn't really target all of the players. I think 6 of the players will be targeted. So I was not targeted in the previous round, so I just had to dodge it. Okay, again, like this is the another new mechanic, Eruption. So better stack up and then run together. So those AoE boss just target with I think 6 players. Yeah, you can see like for this fight, every player has to really run a lot. So one of the tanks died, so that's not ideal. Tainted Blood, so like players are supposed to spread out a little bit. If 2 players, they actually overlap their pinky AoE, they won't die, but that's not ideal. Yeah, that red colored marker, that indicates a stack. So you can imagine like some fights players have to stack, other mechanics player have to separate, have to actually spread out. Dissociation, you see that means the head of the boss just dissociated. Okay, use my knockback immune, activate my blood bus. So knockback immune, that's nothing to me. And since I have already come to this side of the arena, so that dissociated head didn't clip me. So you see the boss repeats the same mechanic. So the head reappeared on the same side of the arena again. Sewage Eruption, better people stack. You see there was actually a healer, quickly just ran together, so that healers know how to handle this mechanic. The flare marker, that player got a flare marker, that player better just run away. This is really unfortunate because so many players have died. I'm not quite sure we can actually clear this round, this boss, and I died. Reason why I died was because my HP was not topped off. So this part, as you can see, is something I talked from the beginning of this video, right? because it's a normal rate, for the second circle, many players just ignore the mechanic. If it's the heavy rate, if it's the savage rate, then it's easier than the normal rate. Players just keep like ignoring the mechanic, so that just caused how does it just cause the failure of this fight. So now I think we have to reset because only Gunbreaker still alive in the arena. So this player Gunbreaker, I'm not quite sure why the player still keeps going. Clearly there is no hope for this round. It's impossible for the Gunbreaker to actually. You see the boss still got a 19% HP left. It's not possible for Gunbreaker to actually to just clear this fight. If it's the Paladin has a self-heal action, that's possible. Warrior as well. Gunbreaker just impossible. Even though there is a 3 LB3, Gunbreaker can actually use a tank LB3. It's just impossible for this Gunbreaker to actually survive. You will see at one point Gunbreaker will exhaust. Like this mechanic, Gunbreaker has no one to stack with. He will die. So basically, if I were that Gunbreaker, I would not just actually handing tag there. It's a good spirit, but that basically just meant that player does not understand Gunbreaker's actions clearly, and then does not understand the fight clearly. So this time I'm going to use the different technique. I'm not going to place that feint on the normal rate white. I'll wait when boss casts a heavy rate white. Remember, like a feint, using feint renders a 5% mitigation on boss. It seems minimal, but like I said, it's better than nothing, right? I have actually seen many times when boss casts either heavy or normal rate white, there isn't any reprisal generated from either tank, which is really not ideal. So, due to the previous pool performance, I don't think this group has actually very good knowledge of the fight. So that means I'm not going to use DPS LB3. I'm going to leave it for either healer or tank. Because like my own character, the item level is very high, there isn't any DPS check. Basically, DPS check means like the fight requires a very strong DPS. I don't think we have any DPS check issue here. But I think the issue here is healers. Healers and the healers just don't fully know like when they are supposed to heal. Yeah, you see the knockback mechanic again. I'm going to use my knockback immune. So basically, this mechanic doesn't bother me at all. Yeah, reapply debuff. Making sure the hat, the location of the hat. Go to the other side. You can see that tank. I don't know that tank for sure. Lacks of experience. For sure, like the tank just try not to fix the boss at any intercardinal direction, right? but that just made the boss running around. The healer actually got targeted earlier. That healer also lacks of experience. Reason being is I'm actually the melee DPS. I wanted to stack with the healer, reducing the damage healer received. But the healer, if I were a healer, I would actually move towards the boss, move close to the boss, because then as for melee DPS, not only the DPS can share the stack up mechanic with the healer, the melee DPS can still attack the boss. There's a reason why it's called a melee DPS, right? So the range, where I can actually do my damage is actually limited, right? Lots of the players really ignored that spoken counteract the mechanic, so you see one of the dancer died. So that's really not ideal. And then not only the dancer died, I think when the dancer tried to dodge that mechanic, they didn't use the sprint, right? The sprint is the action, dramatically increase the running speed of your character. So this is the mechanic, we need to spread out. This is the mechanic, we need to stack up. Yeah, this is the normal red white mechanic. This is the point the healers are supposed to do their job. Just to heal group up, all the way up to 100%. Okay, so had reappeared on the other side of the arena. Yeah, that's actually the knockback, and then my knockback immune is up. I'm gonna use my immune, so I won't get affected by this mechanic. You see, one of the tanks, the HP has been reduced below 50, and I don't know, what are healers doing? Yeah, the hat appeared on my side, so I had to run to the other side. This is the eruption. Players are supposed to stack up and then run together. And I got the stack up marker, so they are supposed to stack with me. Otherwise, I'll die. You see, a healer really didn't do a good job there. And then the other player who actually got the flare marker needs to actually run super far away. See, this is actually a red-white, and the healer still reluctant to heal the whole party up. Okay, I'm gonna leave the LB3 to either tank or healer. Yeah, I need to reapply my debuff onto the boss. Yeah, so switch. This is actually the heavy red white. Luckily, my feint and both of my feint and my shield were up. This is the situation I was talking about, right? As a DPS, melee DPS, I cannot always rely on my healers to heal me. So clearly, I don't think the healers fully understand what they are supposed to do. So I have to actually self-heal, right? I have to heal myself. I don't know why players are still get cleaved by that mechanic. So from my experience, normal rate, you can see this fight is really kind of like a messy rate. Even though it's the second normal rate, second circle, in my opinion, it's considered as the most difficult. You can see like we have been wiped twice, which really shouldn't happen. Okay, I'm going to use my LB3 now because boss only has a 1% HP left. I'm not going to say good game for all of them because it's for sure not a good game. I'll still give a commendation to one of the hitters, even though I think both hitters actually didn't do their job 100%, but they still tried. Yeah, I'm still trying to get one of the gauntlets. Yeah, I didn't get it. I'm pretty sure I won't get it. Alright, so that wraps up this episode of Final Fantasy XIV. Yes, so please support this channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.